Oh, okay. Let's watch this video. SNEAKO. SNEAKO. Some SNEAKO videos. SNEAKO, he's cool. I like his content. He's like, he's just cool. He's just one of them guys that like to learn and shit. Like, he's just cool. Yeah. How the hell is he able to use Pop Smoke's beat and not?
At the end of the video, I'm going to talk about the looting and about this fuck the police mentality, but for now, just look at this footage because it's crazier than I could have. Come on, go. You gotta catch him. You gotta catch him, yo. Later! He said later!
I'm just trying to think. I don't know how this happens. No, but I know how this happens. It's like, you get riled up, you get angry, and then it just all spirals out of control. It's like, it just happens. But
Police, nigga. Yeah, it's gonna be out like an hour. Don't worry about it. Not yet. We protest the New York way. No justice, no peace. No justice.
this girl from New York.
No justice, no peace.
So that's the police officer. What is this? What's this? So what are they doing? So are they trying to they're trying to contain? They're trying to contain people, but it's like, what do you? I don't know. There is no way to control a riot. Essentially, you have, it's like 100 people against 1,000, and that's already a big difference. You can't, like, you're not going to control that.
No justice, no peace.
You're not gonna control that.
Out of the sidewalk.
What? What is this? So what's the point of this? What the hell? What the hell? Bearing in mind, he's over here. Like, SNEAKO is here, and this guy is there. Why did they take him down? What? What?
Bro!
They didn't take him down. They didn't take you down, did they? No.
Oh my god.
Why?
Oh my god.
No, he's
5 minutes later.
That's why. So that's why.
I kind of wanted to keep that, yo, for real.
I don't know. Yeah. Get out of here, nigga.
Yeah! What up? What you doing out here? I'm joining the protest. I'm looking for my friend. I lost him.
That was no problem. See, this isn't a peaceful, this isn't a peaceful protest. This is how riots develop. This isn't organized. This is just people said, let's go. And then they went. And they're all young. They're all frustrated. They've all been told to stay inside because of the coronavirus. Like, this is madness. And it just leads up to, like, fucked up shit happening.
Tell him. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, you think we're protesting the right way?
Union Square, 3 o'clock. We're gonna come back tomorrow. I knew you were gonna be here. Yo, what the fuck? What's up, Prince? I knew you were gonna be here. What up, Z?
This is the problem. This is the problem right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like, as much as it annoys me, that's okay. Because some people are strong. And you can't fight it. You need more bodies. These guys can't step in and prevent arrest. That in itself is illegal. No matter how brutal it is. Plus, all the officers have guns. So there's a chance that they could shoot you. You can't interfere with arrest. Like, in any case, just in general. So, like, there's not much you can do.
You will have to arrest all of us. No justice, no peace.
It's crazy because, like, this isn't gangsters. These are just regular people that just say fuck 12, fuck the police. These are common people, like common people that just don't like what you're doing. The madness. This is the madness. If we could, like, if we can't protest, what did he do? If we can't protest and we're using these guys, we're gonna vandalize. That's how it is. We can't protest. We're just gonna vandalize. Like, how? You're angry, too.
How you doing, man? suck my dick.
See, this is how you protest. This is how you protest. It's organized. It's in one area, and then it's just easy. But like when the police are herding you and you don't like it, people are angry. You're all young. Like I'm 19. I don't think I'll be able to compose myself. Just like regularly. Due to this. This is how vandalism is working. This is how it is. I've seen so much injustice and discrimination amongst people like me.
I don't think racism is ever going to go away. I think
Never. It's
that we're
facts.
afraid of what's inherently different from us. Things that
Facts.
don't look like us,
Facts.
we're afraid of. That's why the divide between white and black people.
That's a fact. But what I was trying to say is, never trust the police, bro. They're corrupt. There's been evidence of them placing bricks to incite riots. There have been undercover cops in the crowd to incite riots. I can never, like, the police is so corrupt. It's embarrassing. And it makes me not support them. Like, even if the police was not to be racist or like overtly like brutal to people, I still wouldn't support them. They've done too much to my kind. They've done too much to people like me. How can I ever support? Like, no, I can't.
Is never going to go away. The reason that I idolized Malcolm X when I was a kid was that he seemed very honest about the race relations in America. He was for segregation. He thought that black people and white people should be divided because they won't ever come to terms, and violence would be the only answer. Police should be respected, but also fuck the police, man. Like, not all cops are bad, but cops in general, fuck the police, always. But at the same time, not all cops are bad. There's a cop outside with the siren on all night. It makes me feel nice and safe. I like him there. But still, fuck him. Stop saying, please, peaceful protests. Just stop saying that, because obviously it doesn't work. No. People don't listen, especially America, the United States, a country that is so violent, a gun culture. We're the only country with a strong gun culture. Dave Chappelle was right. The only way the government would ever change this systematic oppression that's so obviously ingrained is if every black man gets armed. If every black person bought a legal firearm, they would start to listen. Violence is the answer, man. It is the answer.
It is. It is the answer. They keep killing you unarmed. I'm looking at the gangs. I'm looking at the Crips, the Bloods, gangs in England, gangs in France, gangs in the Netherlands. What are you doing? They're mistaking us for you. Why are you not killing and eradicating them? It sounds bad and fucked up, but it's true. They're not doing their job in that respect. They're out there killing each other when the police is killing us. They're mistaking us for you.
In some scenarios, or else they're not gonna fucking pay attention. No matter how many times you take a knee or post, thoughts and prayers, it won't change shit. Everyone love each other. Just come together in a time like this. It's fuck no. Bro, nobody has a job. Everybody's poor. The government clearly doesn't care about us enough because only some people got $1,200 stimulus checks. fuck it, I'm gonna loot. I understand. I'm not gonna go out and loot. I do think it's wrong. It's only gonna perpetuate this thing. But clearly, the people in power, and even white people as a whole, they don't listen to peaceful protesting. They don't give a shit. Let me just say this. I know I have a lot of white followers. I have a lot of people in Europe. And I know that you're looking at the news, you're seeing the looting, and you think these people are animals. You think that these are savages, and that it's not gonna change anything. You don't understand why. Just know that it doesn't come from nowhere. This thing that's happening across the country in the middle of a pandemic, it's not just an urge to steal. There's so many obvious injustices in this country, and people kind of, if you aren't aware of it, if you don't see it in front of your eyes for real, then you just don't think it's real. Stay safe if you're gonna go out there and protest. Man, I don't know what to say. Just be safe and have fun, man. Party while we're still alive.
Oh, this nigga. This is the one I saw. I got crazy on it. Thing is, with the London riots, I remember it was just everyone just destroying everything. Communities were just destroyed. And I remember seeing in the news, businesses that weren't even involved with this got like ripped to shreds, and gentrification happened where they put an Asda, a Tesco, a Costa Coffee instead of instead of a
This is not the answer.
instead of a family business. So the looting never ends. Like after this, the police will just find everyone. They'll go through all the security cameras and they'll raid houses and they'll take everyone into jail. That's what they did. That's what they're still doing, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah. But there was some weird stuff at that protest that made me kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, they all started, at one point, they all laid down like George Floyd. On the middle of the street.
Face on the floor.
Face down. It's like, bro.
There's a pandemic still
2 weeks ago,
on.
I was too afraid to go to the deli and pick up like some juice because I didn't want coronavirus. And I know all those people were in the same mindset.
Honestly, that was the dumbest thing.
But 2 weeks later, they're lying down like with their heads on strangers' asses in the middle of the street. Okay, so we came back from the riots and the protests yesterday. I didn't actually loot myself. I'm not going to incriminate myself on camera, but I was there. The stuff they were stealing from, they're stealing from Gucci, Chanel, G-Star, H&M. It's like,
why?
I understand that there should be a revolution, but it doesn't start with Gucci.
Even the fact that they're stealing like luxury brand, why don't they just steal American brand? Like, this is what I was telling you.
Yeah, if it was really about a revolution, they would steal from like American Apparel.
Yeah, like you would steal from like, I don't know,
but
like
these are Italian.
Gap
Gucci's Italian.
Tommy Hilfiger, I don't know, some American brand. I really didn't like it. I saw that, I was like, nah, I came here to protest and those people are stealing shit.
And it's all teenagers. Like all the looters that we saw, they're all 16, 17, 18.
Skaters and all them.
That's what happens. That is what happens. They're gonna find you. They'll go through all the security tapes. They'll
people
find
also
you.
need to know that it's not just black people looting. There were a lot of white people at the looting.
We saw. I had my.
But it was mostly black people. You said that. That's why you wanted. I stayed longer than you did at the loop because you were getting uncomfortable that I was mostly dark skinned.
Yes, it was because I am dark skinned. So right now, police don't really give a fuck about nothing. You mix, but you clearly lie. You can say that, oh, I don't know, I'm Puerto Rican or whatever.
The thing was, the cops last night, they had a response that I wasn't expecting because there were maybe 1,000 looters. At one point, at the peak of it, there were probably 1,000 people at an intersection. And the police knew what was happening. The police were well aware. They were mostly contained on other sides of the streets. There were a lot of fire trucks. I think that the cops were kind of letting this run its course
Because I don't think that if they really tried to intervene and really tried to arrest people, it would have gotten violent.
Yeah,
people would have gotten hurt. They would have had to start
would've
shooting
got
rubber
so-
bullets, tear gas. The only way to disperse a crowd that big was to throw tear gas. I do think that the police supplied the bricks.
Yeah.
There were these
Some
weirdly square bricks that I've never seen in Soho. Soho's
All
the
over.
fashion district of Manhattan. It's where all the nice shops are, Supreme, Gucci, Chanel, all that. And there were these bricks like this big just laying around off to the side. I've never seen them laying
Yeah.
around. How would they get there? Hey, what do you guys think about all this?
I mean, we live here, so we love our block being on fire.
You love it? It's fun seeing trash all over the place.
It's awful. That was very dangerous. This is not peaceful in any way. They just lit a huge fire in front of a residential building. They could have killed people.
Yeah.
This isn't the way to go.
What's the right way?
Peaceful or don't destroy other people's property that have nothing to do
Exactly.
with it.
What about
But
the
that's what's-
banks and
that's what's
the
gonna
government
happen.
buildings?
This is a residential block. This
Yeah.
is in a residential building. They could kill people.
It was pretty scary over there.
Yeah, it is scary. I can see it right now.
Massive fire on a completely residential
And
block.
that
What
just
does
lit
that?
fire
What message is that
under a
sending?
scaffolding facility.
That's just the angle.
Don't
That's
you
just
think the government's
frustration.
paying more attention now because the cop was convicted?
No.
You don't think that they're paying more attention because it's violent protest?
I think they are paying more.
I think they're paying more attention, but I don't.
I think it's
I mean,
the
the
wrong
other
type
guys
of
are
attention,
still.
though. I support the cause. I just don't support.
You don't support
these
looting.
types of deeds.
All right, be safe.
Okay, there's some black people like loitering. Okay, there's some of them like breaking stuff, but there are also white people doing it. But who's going to be blamed for all this mess?
The black
The
people.
blacks.
Exactly.
But, I mean, come on, be honest. Like, what was the predominant race of the?
It was more black.
That was black.
But
By
you see
far,
the white
it was
people
all
there, and it was like, what?
Do you think that they care about the cause? Like, listen. I was part of the group at one point.
didn't care.
People were, showing me their
They-
clothes and stuff like that.
they
I'm gonna
didn't
tell
care.
you, not one person mentioned a thing about George Floyd.
No, they
That
didn't
was
care.
not the concern. Is, hey, look what I got. Look at the size of this. See these new jeans. Do they fit?
This is why I left him, because I was like, they're like breaking and stealing stuff. They're not even protesting right now. I'm out of here. Like the vibe is just weird.
At one point, I'm off to the side with these skaters, and then this car rolls up, and they're just asking, like, "What's the next store? Oh, I need me some jeans. I need me some cologne. What's the next one?" These people, bro. There's no way that they were at the protest. What's the
No.
solution?
Re-elect Trump.
Re-elect Trump.
Oh my god.
You think this is gonna get better if we re-elect Trump? I feel like there's gonna be more riots.
Don't look at me. I don't share that opinion.
I partially feel like this is a response to him being president. If he's the role model.
No,
That's
no,
why
wait,
it's
wait,
happening.
Wait.
They're trying
I
to see to it that he doesn't get reelected.
Listen,
Why do you think? Oh, I hate these. I hate these guys. Like they're not an ethnic minority. They don't understand it. They don't feel it.
this is not my first series of riots through my life. And there's protesters, and then there's cats that are just looking to get paid, and they just come around and take shit. And that's always the.
So you think they don't care about the cause? They're just stealing.
No, they just got paid. They just got paid.
For sure, right?
Yeah, they just got paid. They just not.
You don't think it's the right way to protest?
No,
not
fuck
even a
no.
protest.
It's not a protest. That's looting.
You think they're
Look, if you're protesting, you go and you burn down city buildings. You don't burn. You don't come and rape coach.
That's facts. That's facts. I'll give you that. Right, that's facts. To protest the right way, you burn down the courthouses and you burn down the police station. When you're looting family businesses like this, you're not winning. You're just destroying your own community, and then the government put in their own shops. It doesn't feel cultural. It doesn't feel like what it once was. That's facts. I'll give you that. That's facts.
That's covered by insurance. It doesn't do anything.
They just wait until the night,
And
and then they come out and go break and steal shit. This is
The
dumb.
thing is, like, I do think that the government is going to pay attention more because of this, and I do think that this is necessary and inevitable. But if we want a revolution, if we actually want change, which I hope you do, burn down a government building.
Yeah, why are
Burn
you
a
going
cop
to
car.
steal Gucci?
Take
then?
down the student
Gucci
loan
and
buildings.
that. What were you
Gucci,
doing?
Chanel, that's not it.
What was?
That's not it. And the thing is, it's all temporary. the mindset isn't like, let's shut down, oh fuck the man, it's not that. It's, oh, let me get a Gucci belt so I can take an Instagram picture. It's just to flex on each other. It's only just gonna perpetuate this problem. It's gonna keep you, nobody is doing this to get up in the world, it's just to flex.
Yeah.
It's to look cool. It's designer clothing.
This is like a brainwash mentality. Gucci even don't like you like that. Like,
I think they got to bring in the National Guard. I don't think that the cops can handle how big this is getting. And if they just ran through Soho, the next thing is Times Square, which is Times Square is arguably like the center of the Western world. No, you could say if you had to pinpoint one location that is the center of society, Times Square would be.
I mean, in America, yes.
I agree. You could say London. You could say Paris. You could say Times Square. You could say. Yeah, I actually agree with that. Yeah.
What else in the Western world if not Times Square? Like, what block could you say, like, yeah, this is the center of civilization?
Yeah.
To me, that's Times Square, and I think that would be next.
No.
She don't like cars.
I know you don't like America, but what else?
No, but I'm not
what comes to
saying-
mind then?
I don't know. I thought about the Champs-Élysées in Paris.
Oh,
I
get
don't
the
know.
fuck out of here.
What the hell?
It's not even close. All right, be safe, y'all.
Just shouted in his ear. This is sad. It doesn't work. Looting doesn't work. You're just open to go to jail. They're gonna find you. Even if you're innocent, they'll raid your house. They'll break your doors. The government don't pay for when they raid your house. And even if you're innocent, you're still gonna have that scary moment of like, oh my god, I'm just getting raided.
I do have to be honest on why the protests are so young, why the looters are so young. It's mostly teenagers. And to act like this would have happened if we didn't shut down schools, and to act like this wouldn't have happened if there wasn't a lockdown, it's just ignorant.
That's ignorant. So no one's going to school. No one can leave. Now people can
How are you gonna get home?
I don't know, like, oh, that shit's cool.
It's closed.
Yeah.
I gotta walk back to Harlem.
I watch your YouTube. You're really attractive.
The old teenage, like, they should be in school. School shut.
There's a police precinct right there.
Burn it.
Everybody want to go home.
Burn
Say
it.
people kept yelling peaceful protests, and
Burn
there was
it.
a different kind of vibe. There was unity there. There was people, but as it got darker, the crowd got darker. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. The people from Brownsville, the people from different hoods in New York City showed up, and they clearly wanted to loot.
Yeah. That's just how it works.
How many of you want to join the military but you didn't meet the requirements? That sucks.
That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. Times Square. Just new.
Hey, thank you. Be safe, yo.
Be safe.
Yo, what up, man?
At this point, it's just too late to say that we can't be violent and that the protesting has to be completely peaceful. Because even when Kaepernick was kneeling, you were saying, or white people were saying, that it's too far, that this is the incorrect way to protest. And yes, the looting is.
That's so crazy to me. I remember that. I was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. A simple knee. In respect. And the racists were saying that was way too much. White people were saying that was way too much. Now, an officer knelt on someone's neck. The same action that Kaepernick did. The difference is obvious. And now look what you've just encouraged. Madness.
Is not helping the cause at all. I'm not advocating for that. You should not be stealing from Nordstrom. You should not be looking to just sell some jeans. I think that this radical protesting, if we're gonna steal, if we're gonna loot, if we're gonna burn stuff, if we're gonna commit crimes, it should be political. There should be an objective in mind. Right now, it's all monetary gain. A lot of people are advocating against capitalism, that this whole system should be shut down, that systematic white oppression is so strong that it needs to be dismantled from the ground up. Okay, but stealing from Gucci and then trying to sell it to your friends is only helping that. That's perpetuating capitalism. If you want this to be long term, if you actually want change, then stop looting stores.
Yes.
Hit them where it hurts. If you're gonna be violent, hit them where it hurts.
Yes.
White people to the front!
It's always gonna happen. That's always gonna happen. Rest in peace, Chris.
Look, nobody respects Trump. There's no leadership. The country is in this weird state. Unless a leader steps forward, it's time for this to wrap up.
like
I was
this,
hoping
but I
that there
like
would be
this,
some
but
form
I
of
don't like
revolution,
this.
but it's not going to
It's not.
happen.
It's
At
not
least
gonna
not this
happen.
time. Nothing is really reliable right now.
No.
I'm really just trying to get from the objective truth. I'm telling you what I see. I'm giving you my opinion, but just know it's just my opinion. Be safe.
Just a cute date with Bay. Oh, no, you know, nothing. Just biking away from the cops.
SNEAKO. Watching this makes me feel a little. It makes me feel a little better, but I just don't understand what it's gonna take to. I don't know what it's gonna take to just have this fixed. I don't know if it this can't be fixed. It's not going to be fixed. It's never gonna get fixed, and that's the problem. That's the problem.